Elvira finds a poetry book during a trip and starts fantasizing about meeting her dream man. Back home, her mother Rebecca is getting remarried, so the family moves in with her new husband Otto and his daughter Agnes. They hold a quick wedding ceremony, and afterward, Agnes gives Elvira a tour of the house. Elvira is impressed by the surroundings, especially the view of the royal castle from the forest. During dinner, Otto suddenly collapses from a heart attack and dies at the table, coughing blood all over Agnes. The next day, Elvira tries comforting Agnes, but she snaps, claiming Otto only married Rebecca for money. Turns out she's right. Rebecca learns from the lawyers that Otto was broke, and so is she. Both of them got tricked. Land and cattle are gone, and all that's left is a handful of coins. Rebecca panics, thinking it's too late to marry someone else. Elvira offers to find a husband for the family's sake, but Rebecca insults her looks and says Alma isn't ready either. Elvira stares at herself in the mirror, clearly affected. A royal message arrives. There's going to be a ball, and the prince will pick his future wife from noble maidens. Agnes signs up immediately. Elvira tries too, but without a noble surname, the messenger lists her as Elvira von Stepsister. She's still excited. Rebecca takes her to a shady doctor to improve her appearance. The place is covered in blood, but Elvira gets her braces off and undergoes a painful nose job with no anesthesia. Later, she's sent to finishing school to learn how to behave at the ball. She has to wear a nose support while recovering. The girls are trained to impress the prince, but Elvira gets shoved to the back with the ugly ones while Agnes takes the spotlight. At dinner, Elvira gets served plain soup while the rest eat like royalty. Agnes wants to bury Anna, but Rebecca refuses. No money until Elvira lands a husband. Agnes storms off and finds her father's corpse crawling with bugs.
The next day, the lessons continue. How to use a fan, walk stairs properly, and perform the perfect curtsy. At the end of class, the teacher posts the list of girls selected for the next stage. Elvira is surprised to see her name there. Someone else was crossed out to make space for her. That night, she fantasizes again about marrying the prince. In the next round of lessons, the teacher calls Elvira up to demonstrate, but quickly stops her and calls her a waste of talent. Turns out Rebecca bribed the teacher to let her advance. After embarrassing her in front of everyone, the teacher still forces her to dance, and ironically, she ends up being the only one who actually knows how. Later, Elvira tries on some of Agnes's old dresses, but none of them fit. Rebecca tells the maids to fix them. After they leave, Elvira stares at herself in the mirror, then pulls out a cinnamon roll she had hidden and eats it in silence. The next day, each girl meets with Madame Sophie. She flatters Agnes, telling her the prince will love her, but when it's Elvira's turn, she breaks down. Sophie tells her she's stronger than she thinks and removes her nose brace, saying Elvira's changes show her courage. As a gift, she gives her a small reminder of inner beauty, a tapeworm egg. If she swallows it, the worm will eat everything she eats, helping her lose weight fast. Once she's thin enough, there's an antidote to kill it. Elvira tells Alma, who thinks the idea is insane but promises to keep it secret. Then Agnes meets with the stable boy, Isaac. She tells him she still loves him but has to marry the prince. In the woods, she swallows the egg. Suddenly, a dead bird drops nearby and she hears men shouting. She hides and spots 3 drunk men in the forest. One of them, relieving himself, catches her eye. When he turns around, she's shocked to see it's Prince Julian. She runs off flustered and later secretly watches him hunt. That night, strange noises from the barn draw her in. Inside, she finds Agnes hooking up with Isaac. Furious, she tells Rebecca. The next morning, Rebecca explodes, smashing things, yelling slurs, and throwing Agnes to the ground. She declares Agnes a servant now and snaps her necklace. Isaac is kicked out without even changing his clothes. Back in her room, Elvira keeps eating hidden pastries. 3 months later, her nose support is finally removed. Elvira now has a flawless face and a slim figure. From her window, she watches Agnes doing chores like a slave and smiles.
Now everyone calls Elvira Cinderella. At her next doctor visit, it's time for eyelash extensions. They strap her head to a chair, put cream on her eyes, but the cream isn't enough. She screams through the whole painful procedure while a nurse holds her eyes open. That night, Alma wakes up to blood on her sheets, meaning she's started her period. Elvira can't sleep. Between the storm, pain, and hunger, she's desperate. Even with bandaged eyes, she leaves her room to find food. Alma catches her in the hallway. Elvira lies she's heading to the bathroom. In the kitchen, Elvira hears a noise but fails to hide. It's Agnes, who takes pity and feeds her. Next dance lesson reveals Sophie is secretly seeing the teacher. Elvira is finally allowed to move to the front with the other pretty girls for dance demos. Later, Agnes brings Elvira food during her bath. When Elvira tries to brush her hair, she's shocked to see it falling out. A man arrives with a costly gown Rebecca bought. Agnes helps Elvira change, but the man acts creepy, grabbing Agnes's face. Agnes spits in his face, he insults her and kisses her forcibly. Agnes fights him off, spits on the floor, and Rebecca orders her to clean it. The man notices Elvira's hair loss and puts a wig on Elvira, saying she'll make them rich. Late at night, Elvira sneaks out for food and overhears her mother with the man. Meanwhile, Agnes pulls out a hidden dress to wear to the ball. Elvira finds her and tries to steal it. They fight, tearing the dress. Rebecca interrupts, telling Elvira not to worry since Agnes can't attend the ball without a dress. She puts Elvira to bed with medicine. Agnes cries in her father's flower-filled room where his body is rotting with maggots crawling on it. Silkworms crawl over Agnes's dress, fixing it. Suddenly, Agnes wakes as her dead mother appears. She says she left new shoes in Agnes's pockets and warns the coach will turn back into a pumpkin at midnight. The next day, Rebecca helps Elvira get ready, putting on the wig. At the ball, each girl introduces herself to the prince, who looks bored. His friends make crude jokes while a servant reads details about each contender. It's Elvira's turn. Sophie tells the Lord she trained her herself, but Julian stays unimpressed. Then comes the dance. Elvira gets picked as the main dancer, finally catching Julian's eye. At the ball, many lords want to ask Elvira to dance, but Julian chooses her first. Elvira's thrilled when he calls her beautiful. Suddenly, Agnes shows up, face covered, wearing a stunning dress. Julian rushes to dance with Agnes instead. Elvira storms out, heartbroken. She gets sick and runs to throw up tapeworm eggs. Rebecca finds her, tells her to stop crying because there are other men. When Elvira says she feels like she's dying, Rebecca slaps her and forces her back. Elvira spends the night dancing with every suitor, but can't stop watching Agnes dance with Julian and her mother flirting with other lords. She starts seeing worms and maggots on tables and people. Her head spins. Midnight strikes. Elvira says she must leave before she disappears. Julian chases after her, then returns holding her shoe, saying he'll marry whoever fits it. On the way home, Elvira yells in frustration. Near the door, she finds the abandoned pumpkin. Furious, Elvira attacks Agnes with a knife, demanding the shoe. Agnes dodges and disarms her. Elvira tries to choke her. A chase follows, with Rebecca hearing the noise and stopping them. Agnes escapes, dropping the other shoe. In her room, Elvira tries on the shoe, but it doesn't fit. Desperate, she cuts her toes off to make it fit. She screams in pain, drawing Alma's attention. Alma wraps her leg to stop the bleeding, while Rebecca enters, gives Elvira sleeping medicine, and says she did the wrong foot. Alma runs away horrified. Rebecca finishes the job, leaving both Elvira's feet without toes.
While unconscious, Elvira dreams Julian puts the shoe on her and chooses her. Next morning, Elvira wakes, falls off her bed, vomiting blood. Hearing the prince's arrival, she crawls out but falls down the stairs bleeding. Agnes sees her but ignores her, going to meet the prince. Julian tries the shoe on Agnes. It fits perfectly. Agnes becomes the chosen bride, sleeping on the floor. They kiss while Elvira breaks down. Alma rescues Elvira and makes her drink the antidote, forcing the tapeworm out of her. Alma pulls the long worm from Elvira's mouth and kills it with a knife. Alma steals some of Rebecca's jewelry. Rebecca sees but ignores her to continue with the man. Alma helps Elvira escape on horseback. Both sisters run away, leaving their controlling mother behind.